What's up, guys? All right, today we're looking at area of parallelograms. Now, I'm going to start with area of parallelograms by actually starting with area of a rectangle because they're extremely similar. So let's take a look at this rectangle. You've got your base and your height, okay? So in order to find your area, and remember, area is all of this space inside the rectangle. You take your base and you multiply it times your height, all right? So area, base, times height. Whatever this number is times whatever this number is, that'll get you the area of your rectangle. Now, if you look over here, this is a parallelogram, or at least as best as I could draw it. You know what I mean? I'm not Bob Ross or anything, okay? So here's a parallelogram, okay? And it's kind of like a rectangle, but it looks like somebody kind of sent the top flying that way. It's like a skyscraper that's leaning over a little bit, you know what I'm saying? This is a parallelogram. Now, you have a base here, okay? You've got these lines that go diagonal like this. And a lot of people say, oh, you're talking about the height? No. That's not the height. The height has to go from the one top base to the one on bottom. So top base to bottom base, there's your height right there. And you know it's your height because it always makes a right angle. Okay? Your height makes a right angle. The base and the height, they need to make a right angle, right? Now, look at that blue thing I drew. It came straight down for the height, and it made a right angle. Kind of looks like an H for height. See that? Bam. All right, so there's your height. All right, now let's do a little visual representation here, okay? Here before you, I have a rectangle, okay? Now, if I take this rectangle, and again, think about area like all of the paper, okay? The area is all of the paper. If I take it apart like this and put it back together, I should still have the same area because it's still the same amount of paper, right? So here's our rectangle. Pull it off, rotate it around a little bit, and bam, you get a parallelogram. See that? That means that since they're basically the same area, you can find the area of the parallelogram the same way. Area equals base times height. Okay? So for example, I'll just jot you one here real quick. Again, ignore my terrible artistic skills. If this is 7, and this is 8, and this is 10, right here, you don't want to do 7 times 10. This is not the height. Okay? When you measure height, you have to go straight up and down. See that right angle again? You have to go straight up and down. Think about it like this. If somebody asks, hey, Mr. Bird, we want to get your height. Come over here, we want to get your height. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I stood there and I leaned against the wall like this, like I was all slanted. Is that going to get my height? No, dude. I'm going to be like, it's going to feel way shorter, right? Height is straight up, okay? Straight up and down. So here you would do 7 times 8, and the area of this would be 56. Okay? So, what did we learn? Rectangles and parallelograms, very similar. Base and height, multiply them to get your area. Don't forget that height is not slanted, it comes straight down and it makes the right angle. Okay? Look for the H there. Okay? Don't do anything with this slanty one, it has nothing to do with what we're doing. 7 times 8, 56 base times height. That's the area of a parallelogram. Ah, shoot. That's all for now, bird brains. Until next time.